Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into some brand new colors from Fairy Glamor that are perfect for Valentine's Day. They are part of the Love Potion collection. We're going to create a set of press-ons on the Shape Short Coffin, and then to start out this set today, we are going to be using dip liquids. So the first color here, we're going to start with the lightest color first. This is called Heartfelt Hues. Now this new collection from Fairy Glamor consists of 6 beautiful colors. Today we're going to focus on 3 of them, and then we're going to play with the other ones later here on my channel, so stay tuned for that. The best part about today is that you're going to be able to see these 3 colors, and we're going to bring them to their fullest potential. We're going to end up doing 3 coats of this color, and then I'm going to give you a comparison of 3 coats versus 1 and 2, so you can get a really good idea if these colors are going to be right for you. You're also going to see how they perform using the dip liquids. These also work with the gel method, and you can also use your liquid monomer as well. So they're very diverse, but the best part about these is that you get to see the colors. A lot of times when you're scrolling on the website and you're looking for colors, I just feel like I love being able to see brand new colors in action. So that is what we're doing today. We're going to keep it fairly simple, and then when we get into a chunkier glitter, I'm going to give you a little bit of tips and tricks on how to reduce that bulk. Alright, so right now I'm pressing everything down. You're going to notice that I do that a lot throughout the video here. Anytime in between each coat, I'm going to take time to press everything down. There's a couple reasons behind that. First, I want to keep the shape of this coffin nail. Second of all, I want to help reduce bulk, because the less bulk I have, the less work I'm going to have to do during the filing and buffing, and anything I can do to minimize my filing and buffing to make it easy, the better. So right now we're doing another thin layer of that base coat here, and look at, we can see this beautiful milky pink color shining through. I feel like you can really see it once we apply that dip base, and I feel like this color is the perfect color if you are looking for a milky pink. This color right here is going to be it, especially with that one coat. It just really looked really beautiful when we were applying that dip base. But here's what it looks like with a second coat. This color would look good for like a French tip manicure, and all over color if you're looking for a background for nail art. This is beautiful. I really just love how delicate this color is. And again, we are going to build it up so you can see what it looks like with 3 coats, so just hang in there. Alright, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into the rest of these colors so you can see them in action, and then I'm going to pop back in here and there throughout the video.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, yeah. Or maybe we just hit the end of the road, yeah. Right now it doesn't even matter, yeah. It's too late not to let it go, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. Start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, it's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why.
we're just wrapping up this nail here. How beautiful is this coverage and this color? I'm completely still kind of blown away by how good this color actually is and how well it worked. So we're going to give it a dust off, and now it's time to move on to the next color. So this is Love at First Swipe. I love the name. It's a thermal, so we're going to give it a good stir. Anytime you're working with a thermal or a UV changer, it's always good to practice just to stir them up, just to make sure you're getting all those good thermal powders mixed in together so you have a really awesome thermal change. So again, we're using that dip base and we're just dipping right into the jar. So right here, this color, first of all, I love a thermal, but we have this beautiful raspberry pink color and it has a really gorgeous sparkle to it. They're not a silver sparkle, they're more of like an iridescent sparkle, and depending on what way the light hits it, it kind of has like a little bit of a blue color shift to it, or like a light green. It's really pretty. It's just a very like ethereal glitter effect, and I really like that. It's really fine and it's not taking away from this pink color. So again, I'm going to press everything down, we're dusting off, and we're going to waste no time. We're going right back in with another very thin layer of that dip base. Now looking at my dip base brush, I'm not noticing any color staining or anything like that. Sometimes when you're working with bright reds or pinks, I mean honestly any color, you can get some staining on your brush. I'm not experiencing that with this color. So we are tapping off here, and this is when I was like, okay, this color, I cannot wait to brush it off. So right now we have, it looks like we have great coverage, so we're going to press everything down. So normally, like when I'm looking at this nail right here, I'm like, okay, this color is vibrant, we have the right amount of sparkle. I feel like I don't need to build it up anymore, especially with the press-ons that I use. I don't necessarily need to build up strength. So normally I would stop right here, but then I was like, okay, we already did 3 of that first color, so I was like, okay, we'll just do 3 on here so you can see the color comparison. But we're brushing off, and after I brushed off, I was like, oh my gosh, this color is so beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It is the perfect raspberry pink. I love the touch of sparkle. It definitely screams Valentine's Day. All right, so let's get back into this color, and then I'm gonna pop back in just a few moments.
Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Don't wanna go fast, 'cause I know that people get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time, 'cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, no, I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip, no. You gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I know we just met, but it feels like I know you. We love the same things. You want a house in Malibu. Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you.
Alright, now it's time to dive into this really fun glitter called Kiss and Tell. We're only going to add it to this one nail here, and then we're going to do something with some of the elements that are in this glitter on the other nails. Alright, so I poured some of the glitter here into the cupcake liner just so I could focus on some of the smaller pieces, because there are these really fun shaped glitters in here. You can see they are lips. They are so fun. I love the pink sparkle in here as well. I feel like the pink lips match perfectly with that heartfelt hue color. I just feel like all the colors just melt together so well. And this glitter is like a Valentine's Day explosion. It doesn't look like anything fancy yet, but we're gonna bring it to life. So the lips on the right at the tip of the nail, I decided I was gonna move those away because I really wanted to focus on these smaller pieces of glitter and the first go around, and then we're gonna build up this nail, because if I would have went in and just picked up a whole bunch of the lips or the chunkier glitter, we would have added a lot of bulk right off the back. And to create that foundation, I just wanted to focus on the light glitters. I'm taking an orange wood stick. I'm using that flat side to make sure we're cleaning underneath the side of that nail. This is what it looks like with one coat. We really just wanted to target on the foundation and just pick up some of those finer, smaller pieces of glitter. We're going to give it a good dust, and we're going to do another very, very thin layer of that dip base. And I start right below that cuticle line, and now I'm working that product all the way up to the nail. Now this time around, when you're dipping into the cupcake liner, you could shimmy those glitters and really focus on some bigger pieces or those smaller pieces. This time I'm just focusing on the medium size glitters. I wanted to kind of stay away from the lip shapes because we're going to hand place those so we can get them exactly where we want them. I did pick up one, and I was perfectly okay with that because I really liked where it was placed. I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit and kind of just bring it over to the side just a little bit more. And then once we have this lip piece of glitter exactly where we want it and straightened out, we'll go ahead and just firmly press it down, and then it will become one with the nail. Now we're going to just press everything down. This is really important, especially when you're playing with chunky glitters. Even if you're not making a press on, just spend that extra second to just make sure everything is laying super flat. So here's what we're working with. We're gonna jazz it up here with even more sparkle. We're gonna dust off, and then this time we're gonna hand place some glitters. Now this step is optional. You totally could do a layer of dip base, then dip into the cupcake liner, but I wanted to focus and target certain areas to fill instead of just adding another complete layer of glitter and then really bulking up that nail. So I took a little bit of glitter into the lid here so we could really focus on some of those lips and then some certain colors. And again, I'm gonna cover the whole entire nail with a layer of dip base, and then we're going to just fill in areas that are bare, and then we're going to add some of those really fun lip shaped glitters. So the first thing we're going to do is focus on some of the lips here, and I'm just going to fill them in on areas. I kind of wanted a little just like fun design, and I love how soft and like the pinkness of these lips. I think they're so cute. I've never seen a lip glitter in this like color. I normally see them in red or purple. I've never seen them in like this light pink, so I'm loving it. We're also going to play with some more of them here in just a minute. So now I'm just making sure that these lips are laying flat to the nail. Now if you're having issues with them laying flat, you could always go ahead and place that lip on the tip of your orange wood stick and then pinch it together, so then you curve it. That will also help that heart-shaped glitter or lip, whatever kind of style glitter you're using, lay flat to the nail. Now to focus on the finer piece of the glitter here, I'm going to pick some of the finer pieces of glitter on this little brush here, and then I'm going to tap it all over the nail. So this way we're filling in any of those bare areas with the finer glitter, and we're not picking up any of those bigger pieces or the lip shape pieces. So we're keeping everything really thin, and we're not adding a lot of bulk to the nail. So now that we did that, I'm just going to go ahead and press everything down here. And again, I still have a lot of dip base left on this nail, but once I press everything down and I see that there is a couple little areas that could be filled in, I'm just going to go in now and dip directly into that cupcake liner. Since the dip base wasn't too oversaturated, we did not end up picking up any of those bigger pieces. We picked up the fine glitters, and we have now the perfect coverage. So when you are playing with glitters that have a different variety of sizes and shapes, to help prevent bulk, you could always just hand place in those bare areas. That's really going to help when it comes to filing and buffing and keeping the shape of the nail. So here's what we're working with. I love what it looks like. I think it's super cute. It's such a fun glitter. You can even use this glitter when it's not Valentine's Day and then just like avoid the lips on here, but really fun and such a really just fun twist on Valentine's Day in general. So I'm going to go ahead and do a layer of clear dip powder on this nail just to give it that protective barrier, so when we go in for filing and buffing, this beautiful glitter is protected. I'm making sure I'm really getting into all those nooks and crannies when I'm applying it with the dip base. So we are only going to clear encapsulate this nail only because I really wanted to see how those two colors performed without a layer of protection, especially that really fun pink glitter that we used. I was trying to think of the name, Love at First Swipe. I really wanted to see how that filed with that glitter on there without a layer of clear. So I'm going to show you how these perform with the filing and buffing as well. All right, so now we're going in and I'm just making sure we are pressing everything down here, making sure all those glitters are laying really flat. I still had a little bit of dip base on there, so I just stuck it back into that clear just to make sure we're absorbing any of that extra dip base. And then I have a little like indent here right on the side of that nail, but we'll be able to clean that up during filing and buffing. Now that that clear is dry, I'm going to go in with a stiff nail brush, and then we're going to go ahead with the activator. Now, if I didn't use that stiff nail brush and just went in with the activator, that nail would have been extra cloudy or not as clear. So in order to keep that glitter nail crystal clear, it's always good practice to brush it off with a stiff brush. We're going in with a generous amount of activator. I am going to go in with the activator again on the glitter nail just to make sure all that activator is penetrating through all those layers here. And then I'm going to let this set sit for about 5 minutes before I go in with filing and buffing. And now we're going to go ahead and file and buff. So I'm going to show you the filing and buffing on this glitter nail here, and then I'm going to do the rest of the filing and buffing off camera just to save some time. So filing and buffing, the glitter nail is obviously always going to be a little bit more effort because we just, we added naturally a lot of bulk with the big pieces of glitter, but we also kept it really thin with that method that we just did. So I like to use a file first, then I'll go in with a buffer, and then I will just go ahead and focus on any areas. Especially right now, I'm going to take it off the nail stand because I had a little area that was like a little divot. So I really, right there where I'm hitting it with the file. So I really wanted to make sure I took that off the stand so I could get a really good filing done on here. You totally can keep that nail on the stand. I just feel like I had a little bit more control when I took it off the stand, so I could really target that area that I wanted to. The buffer that I'm using, it's the same size as that file, so I feel like I can get more control with this buffer instead of trying to use like one of those like little orange black ones. I feel like the longer buffer definitely comes in handy and makes things a lot easier. Now we did another layer of activator on that nail, and I did the rest of the filing and activation off camera. I will say those powders that did not have that layer of clear on it filed beautifully. The hardest nail I had to file was that chunky glitter one. All right, so now we're going in with a layer of gel base. So I'm applying a layer of gel base, and I'm not going to cure. And then I'm going to take that orange wood stick, and we're going to add one of these fun lip shape glitters to the tip of this nail right here. And then we're going to go ahead and carry this through the rest of the nails. Doesn't that glitter totally matches this color? I just love it so much. So once I have that lip on there, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it for a full 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this nail. Back to the filing and buffing really quick. So that pink nail with the glitter, I did not notice any color distortion when I went to filing and buffing. It stayed true to that vibrant pink, and I did not damage any of those fine sparkles. So I was definitely impressed with that. Also, the color that you see right here, Heartful Hues, this color just chef's kiss all the way. I had no issues when it came to filing and buffing. It stayed true to color. It's still bright. It didn't fade or anything like that. And right here, you can get a really good visual right now when we're applying that gel base, just how beautiful this color still looks. And we still have that most beautiful sparkle shining through without that layer of clear. So definitely impressed by these new colors. All right, so for this one right here, I was kind of debating where I wanted to place the lip here. So we're just going to keep the same pattern here. I'm going to put one right up here, and once I get it exactly where I want it, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the lamp right away. I don't want to risk that little piece of glitter kind of moving down the nail. So to just lock it in place, I'm just going to cure. You could always flash cure too if you're not doing a press on and you just want to wait till you have all the lips on your hand before you go ahead and cure. You could always flash cure along the way. So the last nail, I didn't know if I wanted the lip here or if I wanted it at the tip of the nail, but I do really like the placement where we're putting it right at the cuticle line, but I'm just making sure it's exactly where I want it before we go ahead and cure. Also, the gels that we're using today are HEMA 21 free. Then to finish up this set, we're going to go in with the glossy top coat. I almost debated doing this nail in a matte top coat because I really wanted to see what this pink looked like matte, but I held back. we're just going to do a glossy top coat today. So I'm going to finish applying that to all the nails and cure for 60 seconds. And here's the finished set. I'm loving this color palette right here. So you can see that vibrant pink, it's on the lighter side. That's because when we stuck the nail in the lamp to cure that top coat, it was a little warm in the lamp, so it started doing its thermal change. By the way, that thermal change, it is not light pink. It is really pretty. So it's that beautiful, vibrant pink, that raspberry pink, and then the tip of the nail turns almost like a red. I was completely blown away by that when I was taking my photos and the colors were changing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But the colors are everything. These powders were really great to work with. I feel like they worked great with the dip liquids. Keep in mind, they do work with the gel method as well. And those little lips are so cute. I feel like this collection, even though it's a Valentine's Day collection, you could really get a lot of use out of this collection any time of year. Never let a name of a collection or a name of a color get in the way of you from using it, because I feel like a lot of times you're digging through your collection, you're like, oh, well, this one's from Valentine's Day. No, you can use it any time of year. Do not get hung up on the names. But I really liked how these powders performed, and everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.